Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching in the world. Sean Driver, and we're here to watch the women take on the New Saints in what is expected to be a pretty competitive battle. The New Saints may be surprisingly doing, we've got, by the way, British Daylight Savings and it occurring, and North American Daylight Savings not happening means I've got two kids awake right at the worst time. And no, Andrew, I haven't had much sleep, so it's been a late start, and I can't get iFollow to load up. I've been sitting here clicking on the on matches, women, 3 minutes to kick off. Do you want to watch? Hit the live match center, and away we go. Thanks, Snowboard. I appreciate it. I'm super stoked to get East Timor off the list. The jokes and the humor don't stop. No, as Andrew knows, I was up late last night looking at other things, and then he and I got into a good old-fashioned chat, a friendly one. I made that sound like it was more devious, and there we go. Now I finally got the match loading up. I just had to relay. It is on iFollow, yeah. And I've got it here. And the only other thing too is the women's lineup that you can see there is up, but the New Saints haven't put theirs up, so I'm gonna have to figure out exactly what is going on there. I'm just gonna hit mute for a second. So, and the only other thing, if you haven't gone to Twitter yet for Wrexham AFC, go to their regular Twitter, not the women's team Twitter. I might be on the women's one as well. But they actually have a digital program. And there's lots of information there. I wish they'd share that sort of details elsewhere. The Plastics not putting their team up is no surprise. They had previously. I don't know if it's just no magic for us. I mean, I prepared myself in advance, and here I'll see if I can figure this out on my own, maybe. I'm just saying, we've got players moved right back into up front and sort of sliding around all over the place as well, so there's been some changes for everybody. The joy of being mid-season, I guess, is you can anticipate this stuff is going to happen. But if you don't recall, or you're just joining us, I expect this to be mostly new people, but are mostly existing longtime subscribers. But if you are new, this one, the competition for the Adran Genero Premier League, you got to make the top 4, and that's where the magic is, because you get to the end of 14 games. And then they take the top 4 and they compete them off for the championship, and the bottom 4 end up paying for the playoff. Oh, here's the list, and hold on, I'll get back to that. Oh, that's interesting. Nicole Sampson works in the Wrexham store. So Hayden Jones, Lewis, Sampson, Tier. I should have taken that down. Williams, Ridge, Lewis got those 3. Isabel, Evans, Chapman. So it's really just Sampson drawing in. All right, we're going to put this up as we run on the fly. That's an interesting story. If you're not listening, or you haven't tuned in, or you got it on mute, as Mark just saying, that Sampson works in the Wrexham team store. Yeah, I missed who that was coming out. So I will figure this out. So 17 minutes down the road. Andrew, you'll have to tell me, Oswestry, how did this turn into a derby? If anybody knows the history, I think it's interesting. You've seen Welsh teams in the English League. I think it's more rare coming the other way. But I find that fascinating. The Mike Harris derby. on. I apologize for the mass chaos here. Just the morning. Always fun. No snowboard. I think that they are still... Semi-pro means they get a chance to work a little bit less, but I think that they're still working. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get the rotating graphic up. Oh, my word. All right. We're getting close to kickoff. The EK Rouse, we're going from right to left. They're going from left to right. And I was talking about the importance of this game is the top four end up competing for the championship. The bottom four end up competing for the plate or the runner-up prize. And as they get ready to start here, and I get my fingers onto the button to blow it down, it's pretty clear to me, like Cardiff City, Wrexham, Swansea look like to be a certain three, but there's Aberystwyth, and then you've got New Saints at 8 and 7 points, and Cardiff Met, who's hot and cold, and certainly seems to have the quality that could move up. Getting this separation between the fourth team and the fifth team is just going to be helpful going forward for the last half of this session. Well done as we come down on the right side. These guys are awake. And I haven't seen Lightfoot yet. Well done. Missed to the left, but hey, we'll take that. Well done. We haven't seen the men come out like this all season, have we? That's... Oh, sure. Now the momentum widget works. I was testing the momentum widget yesterday during the men's game in the background, and it just came up there. That's probably all we need then. So that's hence the logo itself. I was wondering why it had the lion and the and the Welsh dragon side by side. So the game is available on iFollow, which you can go to below. I've heard two conflicting accounts. I've heard some people saying it's free. All of it is if you sign up. And I've had some people say that it's free only if you have a paid subscription. But go to wrexhamafc.co.uk, iFollow below. Log in. I should come up with instructions and make a graphic maybe for the next game. Log in. Register if you have to. And then where I find it is I actually go to matches, and off of matches I click women, and then I find the game from there. So I don't go to the live. As it's free. If I've heard somebody say it's free if you pay, well, if it's free if you pay for the men's iFollow. So you can pay for a service, and if you pay for a service, you get this included. So hopefully that clarifies it. But I don't know. I've got a men's subscription, obviously, so I pick it up. So I don't know if it's only available to me because I pay, or whether there's somebody on here who can get it. There you go. Swirly's perfect. Got it for us. You just have to register. So 3 minutes, and I guess I should take off the shots clock, because the only downside of no API, no place for me to get the source of the shots. So there, we'll just do that. So equal possession, going back and forth. I'm trying to keep my eye out for number 5 being Samson, because I kind of want to keep my eye on who 5 white is. Ooh, ran right over. That's That's one of the more forceful challenges I think I've ever seen. There was no flop on that one. That's not a card? Yeah. I like the fact that they intimated politely that he wouldn't be in the running for purchasing the club, but that's an automatic yellow. I don't know if anybody saw that, but that was like she just tanked through her. There's Sampson there. So she's going to be on the left side if Dickens is normally on the right. But I know that they did swap some stuff around. Oh, yeah, Dickens has moved away from the right based on the starting 11, and that's due to some injuries. Hey, John. Good morning. Or afternoon. Or evening. That wasn't an awkward fall though, Mark. That was a trucking. Like that poor girl got truck sticked and completely mowed over. But they are giving her the yellow? Yeah. So that's Doran getting a yellow card for that one. Long ball coming in left side. I guess I don't have to call it as much. Is there anybody who's actually listening to me exclusively? So, and I wish I knew about that digital program because I would have sat and woke up. Well, I probably wouldn't have woke up early. I would have been, but there's a lot of information to read on that thing. And so if you haven't had a chance, like it looks like it's almost identical to what I anticipate because I've actually never been to the Wrexham racecourse and picked up a Wrexham Match Day magazine. But it's got all the notes from Fleur, manager stuff, notes and photos, match center with projected lineups. It's got all of it. So you all listen to me exclusively. Great. Then I will carry the play. So 6 minutes. It's been 50-50 through the midfield. The nice thing about the Roc, or the bad thing about the Roc, is the field is so large that it takes them 30 minutes to run from one end to the other. But that was Rosie just got beat down or nicked the ball off of anyway, and it bounced back off of her out. So she's going to get a toss in. Looks like great attendance. Based on what we saw before, I'd say this looks like 450. Less people around, smattered around on the outside. Lightfoot comes back into the midfield and picks it up, and they're on the run. 4 going forward. She's being chased down. 5 up there. Pass didn't really land, but it just bounced back, and we're able to get it on the defensive line. Tongue firmly planted in poutine. I think I might have to adopt that one. My glorious board. I do hope it's interesting. There was one of the, and I forget her Twitter handle. One of the women who was one of the first 50 women to be professionally played in Vancouver to play soccer. So a Canadian, because there's been professional options in the North America for years now. Got to run up the bush to go and get the ball. Good for the camera for picking him up. And she's late to Wrexham. She's just starting to get caught up with Welcome to Wrexham right now, and then watched her first episode or started watching the women and the men, because she watched her first men's match yesterday, which glorious one to watch for the first time. But it's interesting watching her being new and commenting on stuff. And she was talking about how amazing it is with the not just getting paid, but also the quality of the field and the pitches. That despite the women getting paid, sometimes they still, I mean, they should really be on grass, better for the knees. But she was like, we would have dreamt about having good grass or even turf, because they were on whatever side pitch was available and ended up taking that. So 8 minutes in, throw in from the right side. That was Hughes. I don't know where she was going with that one. She made an amazing turn and then punched it forward, but nobody was able to get forward. I'm interested to see Lightfoot. I haven't seen her. I'm watching. So iFollow down below. You have to register an account. And then you go to the women's matches, and Match Center will have it. Click Match Center and it loads up. And I did look up, we were talking, do we have the American crew here? We were talking about FA Cup for the men. I went on ESPN Plus yesterday. It looks to, they say they're going to cover 79 matches, but that's the total of the matches. Oh, nice little takeover. Lily Jones, but another giveaway. Maintaining our position's a problem here. So let me know if you're struggling in getting through. I mean, I can try to help as best as I can, but yeah, find Wrexham's iFollow, and you should be able to pull it up. Love being able to hear the heckles exceptionally clear. So I'd say all told, if we had a possession meter now, we're an eighth of the way through the game. I'm probably going to go 60-40 Newport, but it has been back and forth in the midfield and lots of giveaways back and forth as New Saints on cue give it away. And now we're running forward. Hughes has it, turns, leads it open, and giveaway. Yeah, they have announced, and Wrexham's not on the first set of games, so there's no Wrexham televised. It looks like it's going to be, yeah, what a match to watch for sure. And she actually fell in love. She logged in and so she didn't watch season 1, episode 1, as I understand it. She logged in just to watch whatever show was on, and she didn't get the Colliery disaster video. The one that she saw was the women's one, where they went through the push last year. So obviously she's jumped on, and now I think all of her tweets, I should find out who it is. She's actually in Vancouver. It'd be nice to go and have a coffee or a drink and say, hey, what's up, and talk. But fascinating stuff. But long throw-ins. New Saints so far starting to carry the balance of play here, mostly because they're into our first third for the first time. So anyway, yeah, Wrexham not on the FA Cup matches, and so I think we're going to be a listening party, and that's frustrating, but we'll see. Ooh, good corner kick, cleared away, and away we go. Hughes is the only one up there, as Jones got it up there, but it's going to come back. Oh, we had 2 head injuries in the box, and the referee didn't notice that, and now just able to blow it down. Pritchard is down. Oh, that's not head, that's... So that, I don't know whether that was a little bit of, do I call it jonesing around when somebody flops around on the ground in honor of Jody Jones? I think it's because, as I understand it, John, BBC and ITV have an agreement. They're both covering 4 games until they get through, and they have a setup as to who gets first pick, who gets second pick. And we weren't picked by the 4. It's the contract, as I understand it, it's obviously reported, Dell with a bad kick out of play there. Goes first kick, first, fourth, and then the next week you get to go second, third. Have it listed, but not on the televised. They have all of the games listed, but not on the televised section, if that makes sense. And I went to ESPN Plus, and there's another website that talks about the 4 games in the first round that are picked up. TNS is fast, and we haven't been helping ourselves out because we've been clearing long ball, and even when we're able to maintain possession as we are here, what's been happening is giveaways. So Hughes gets it up to Lightfoot. Man, it's nice to see her back because now I've seen her quality. She's cut in a couple of times well. Back up to Hughes. Miss hit off the back heel. I'm hoping I'm wrong. And if it is on ESPN Plus, then somebody else can jump in. I'm hoping from the US, and I'll just sit in the back and click buttons. So New Saints coming down the right-hand side now. Ball bouncing around off a three, and there's Samson over there on the right side. So it looks like she's playing in the midfield on the right side. Maybe up even as a forward on the right side. Long ball over to the right side for us. Us going right from left. Pritchard knocked out of bounds. That was a really good tackle. Good quality from the New Saints to start. I thought there was going to be a little bit of a step up for the Wrexham ladies, but it looks like this is going to be one of those challenges all the way through. It's prime time. Nuts game, Woody. I don't know if that was a flop or just an accident. Oh, here we go. And Hughes tried to go and get it, and they looked like they were going to bump into each other. But well done. Oh, Dickens able to get up there all the way back to Doran. Control. See, now we're getting some control. The game, I actually don't know if it was on S4C. It was previously, but Wrexham, once they announced that they were putting it onto iFollow, I just started going to iFollow. Because I'd rather hear Mark than the S4C announcers. Great ball. It's right there for them in the box. Made it right over top of Doran, but you just couldn't get the ball, and Pritchard got back. Holy cow. That ball came from, what was that? With the size of the field, it looked like it was 40 yards out. Right-footed, long ball over top of Doran's head, and she couldn't get there with the first touch. That was Ridge. Another awkward ground for the ball. So if somebody goes to S4C and announces that might be a better way. Or if you're Welsh speaking, certainly an opportunity to get it. Oh, that was an accidental handball, but yeah, now given. I think I don't know if he was playing advantage or what he was doing there to see who got control. Right-footed thumper shot. That's brave because Dell's not one of those weak goaltenders. Unless she's way out of her line, I don't know why you're taking a shot from 35, 40 yards out. Had the leg, though. Not the accuracy. It's a quiet day in chat. Lightfoot into the middle. Oh. The shot from the thing about the Roc that's fun is you can actually hear the people in the crowd. And so she goes down, stay on your feet. She gets ripped out by the ankles. Reminds me of those videos where you see the sound effect. You can't park here after somebody gets into an accident. All the Captain Obvious statements. Try and kick the ball. Doran long ball into the middle, not able to get it. The battle, scrappy. Lightfoot grabs it. No, nicked it back by Jones. Jones is. I know that they make the. That's going to be a free kick for us. They talk about Hughes, well, Mullen being the male version of Rosie Hughes, but I don't know if there's away from the ball a better correlation between Lily Jones and Mullen, because just they remind me the same all over the pitch. Pitbull for the ball and Nick possession all over the place. Yeah, I haven't checked my Twitter to make sure that he's on, but when we chatted, and I sent him all the details, and I'm still on sent. I'm not on read. As he said, he was on board, and I said yeah. So we had chance, going to give it a go, and so he should be available, and so it's all set up. So I guess stay tuned. But what's going on is I want to maybe every second Sunday, or maybe just the first and the third Sunday of the month, have one where I do a couple of things, bring in some other social media, YouTube, Wrexham creators, maybe some people from the club, maybe old ex-players, maybe other fans, whoever, and end up just having a chit-chat where we just talk club, banter about, and get questions which we'll address live, so that if people want to get to know, the Welsh Beast and his platform, they want to know my history a little bit more, they want to know our thoughts on the club, they want to talk about, as Andrew and I were talking, the whole vlogging controversy, and start to go through that, talking about the cop, and just sort of have an informal chat that's kind of like a podcast, but also kind of fan interactive. And I'll probably download it and set it up as a podcast so people can listen away from having to watch on YouTube and run their data plans, and just come up with something. So that's what we're planning to do, just for an hour, is talk the game yesterday, talk what's upcoming, and talk whatever people want to hear about. So, and we'll see if that grows into something or not. And that's sort of the plan. But 20th minute here, still in the midfield stripe. We've got the ball. Duran over to the right side. It's another giveaway. Yeah, I hope it sounds good. I mean, I'd like to do it with Carl. I really like the guy. We've obviously chatted doing the 2 videos on his platform, but it's also a way to cross-pollinate and let other people know what's out there, right? Because it should, if it all works correctly, it should stream simultaneously on both platforms. So it's an opportunity for people to get to know others that maybe they don't listen to as much. And I am all for, the way I look at it is, if I find a Wrexham, with one exception, I follow or intend to follow every Wrexham social media content creator, because I appreciate all the work that they do. It's part of what got me hooked. So here we go. She is good on the ball, and a nice little cute ball forward. Oh my word. Whoo! Holy, give all of that work to Lightfoot. That was, like, Kara Jones is the one who scored that, but my God, Lightfoot just went back and forth through everybody. Lightfoot, like, I want to watch the replay on that one and just watch how many people does she beat. Like, she pulls around, she's got white jerseys behind her scrambling, then she just lays it off. Gorgeous. Kara Jones, just, that was awesome. Oh, why did that not go up as a goal? There we go. 1-0 us. Beauty. And sort of, you know what? I don't want to say against the run of play, but we had no real opportunities or chances. That's the first real big chance that we had. And all off the foot of one lady. We are 1-0 up. Kara Jones gets a beautiful pass and finishes all of the work that Lightfoot did. Lightfoot came all the way from the left side, beat at least 2 girls, maybe the third, and popped it in. It was gorgeous. Now, don't give it away. Andrew, if you're actually watching this, I get a chuckle. You'll maybe have a comment. The delayed whistle and decisions of this referee, like, that was a whole 3 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in football, the ball had already trounced away before he blew it down. The yellow card was really, really late. I don't know what the rules is for their top officials, but he's a little bit slow. Ooh, long ball in, threatening, but neither Rosie or Lightfoot are able to get to it. That was The girls are on when they're past their midfield. No, definitely not. Just there. 42-12. 42 Williams. Well done for there, getting it out of play. Working their way down the right side here. Throw in, we'd head it out, move forward. Throw in, head it out, move forward. John, I've done a whole bunch of research. That's what Andrew and I were talking about yesterday. I'm going to be making a video about this, and it's not just Sheffield Wednesday, but it includes Sheffield Wednesday. If you haven't seen the Jebo 37 video, Jebo is I can't call him a Wrexham fan. He's a content creator who lives close to Wrexham, who admits that he's enjoyed the club by going there and started to cover more Wrexham. So he's not the same as Liam, who's like, I'm a big fan. He's got almost 2,000 subscribers. He's the other person who received a letter from the club. And his perspective's very different than Liam's, and I tend to lean more towards Jebo, just on my review of things. So I'm putting together a video. There's some discussion, why stir the pot, right? Just ostrich, it didn't affect me, throw my head in the ground and leave it, but I'm not that significant of a creator, and it's all for fun, and we'll see what happens. And I'm a barrister, so I mean, cease and desist letters are intriguing more than anything else to me. But I think I have to come and make a couple of comments about the whole thing, because it just doesn't make any sense from a business perspective. It's just atrocious. That was well done. That was a great pass, and they're all the way through here. And they go, oh, I think that was a mistake. That was a little bit selfish there by Ridge, and I don't know who she had over on the left-hand side, but Ridge from New Saints received two great little passes, a long ball up through the midfield, a turn and go by Chapman, and then it gets up front there, and Ridge probably should have passed it over to the left. Oh, I think that's true, John. Yeah, I'll have a look at that one too. I was looking at a bunch of Prem teams and some in the lower division. I also think it's interesting that Rob Ryan Red posted a vlogger's content. I can't call it a vlogger's content because I don't know if it went actually out on somebody's social media channel, but a video of Palmer's goal. And I thought that was an interesting little silent way of saying, come on, guys. But I will come out with something. I don't know about things will get sorted however they get sorted. That's true. I'd like to get all of the details and all of the facts. It's part of the Wrexham community, at least for me being international. It's a big reason why I'm a fan, is because the vlog connected me to the stadium, to the experience, to the energy, to a level that love Mark Griffiths, and he was a contributing factor too. But there's just certain things that you can't pick up without experiencing it. And Liam Roberts showed me what being a fan in the stadium looked like. And would I maybe have joined anyway? Maybe. Got on board and got excited about the club? Sure. But it certainly influenced. And so I feel like I'm obligated to support the medium, or a medium, that helped convince me to join in. So I'll be doing that. And here I'm not talking about the women at all. The good news is, other than that shot by Ridge that didn't go through. So we're down the right side. Cara Jones, and again, spin in the midfield, and it's not able to advance through their back line. That transition play from midfield to their defenders, I'd say their defenders look really good at intercepting the ball, maybe not so good at ground duels, because they're going for those interceptions. So Jones, that's up to Lily, gets it across all the way through. What is that? She make that through? Ooh. Overcame Lockley for the New Saints in the 11th hour to get that out. And here they come on the run. Nice little ball. 3-on-4. Somebody's got to slow up and pick her up. Well done. Is that Davis? I think that's her offside too. I think Davis is usually on the left side. Hey, Em, how are ya? So I didn't think Davis was out of position, but why do I recall her being on the left side? Hey, that's awesome, Theo. Hughes all over the place. She is everywhere. Throw from the corner flag. Pritchard to take it. Somebody ran over to either throw something out of play or say something to somebody. That was a good high ball. It falls. It wasn't played well by the goalkeeper. Whoo, Hayden Jones bounced out of her hands over to the right. Yeah. Lightfoot was right there, and Hayden Jones just not a catch, but more of a punch. Still buzzing from yesterday is an understatement, my word. Throw in from the left side. That was much better. That's one way to get through. Oh, she missed that. I think she was trying to get it over to the right, and she hooked it a little bit too much. Hayden Jones comes all the way out. I'm going to have to go back and find out if those digital programs are available for the other women's matches as well. I'm sitting there trying to look at things on the side, and there's lots of detail, and I've been screaming that there needs to be more information about the women, and now it's even more frustrating because it's been turned into electronic form. It's just being provided through a PDF rather than put on the website. Well, I'm going to wait for the video because I've put in all the work. I kind of want to get it to it, but I don't think there's anything to clarify for them. I fully expect, especially with the person, the individual who's involved authoring those letters, that they're just going to stay silent. They've done their work, and they're just going to leave it alone. That was a really good tackle. Who's that? 18, Evans. Oh, they said Lewis. I saw Evans. 34, you're right. I misread the sheet. That's why Mark's a professional and I am not. Good to know, John. I'm going to have to pull those out. It's amazing to me how much stuff is out there that you could follow Wrexham every minute of the day and probably still have coverage. Lightfoot, well done. Just not able to get... There she goes. Lewis... That's two good defensive plays there by Lewis on that right side. Yeah, it's certainly possible. I know that they're dealing with... is it Lovett that's out? And I thought Lovett was in the center before. I'm trying to go from recollection with only 2 games. So... Yeah, that's... I wonder why I've never seen it before. I will say I gave grief to the club for not having bios up at the start of the season. I know it wasn't me beaking it that made them put it up. But now that they've been up, I have to give myself a little bit of grief because I haven't got to it. So 33 minutes, New Saints fighting. It was a Wrexham turnover, and so fighting over the ball in the corner, but it came all the way out to the midfield. And the New Saints with possession going the other way. I'm happy to see how competitive this top 6 in the division are. Going into the season, I wasn't so confident. I really thought that this was going to be a battle of 3. And it's not. And those 3, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, didn't include Cardiff Met, but included Cardiff City, Swansea, and Wrexham. I thought the battle was going to be whether Cardiff Met would be able to hold off somebody else, but now it's turned into look like it's a real battle of 6. It certainly could be the issue, Woody. I mean, missed the header, but just all the way through. Pitbull. Free kick for us. I missed what that was on. Doran, she's got the leg to go in long, so look for this. Is she gonna... No, she's looking to go short down the right. Oh, no. Lily. There's that pace again. I missed that challenge. I was looking up at this thing. I'm hoping they show a replay here. Here comes the look. Okay, there's the wheels. Up the center. Oh, yeah, that's a fine. That's fine. He's right there. He was right there. Yeah, Brendan, that's probably a good way to look at it. And the challenge with our skill is just not able to... It was clearly ball first. I mean, if he wanted to call her for a foul for the pushing and stuff in the battle, there's more issue there than there is with the actual tackle. Well, you scale it back. But if we could connect from our midfield to our forwards just a little bit better, I think the balance could change. But conversely, if we run out of energy and we're not able to do that, I think TNS could put us into trouble at the end of the 70 or 80. I think it was Woody who identified that. "36 minutes. Is it me or do the women's matches just seem to go so much faster? There's probably going to be at least 5 or 6 minutes of extra time, I think, on this one. We had the 2 women go off at the front. We've had the heavy tackle that got the yellow early, and then this one. Andrew's promoting the Notts County approach. Control the ball. Still fascinated about that game. I'm trying to think, and maybe somebody else who watches a little bit more than I do of other games. I've never seen so many short corners just relying entirely on a ground. Nice little move there. Another little move, and it's open again. Back inside, trying to get it to Chapman. Chapman all the way through. Ooh, Rosie just missed that one. Kara Jones up to Rosie. Rosie being able to spin, see if she's can find a body to get it to. Draw it back. No, she's going to just own possession. And Samson over there, the Wrexham store worker, taking on Rosie. And I don't say that to be negative in any shape or form. I just think it's interesting that there's somebody who works for Wrexham playing against Wrexham. That's beautiful. Doran with a great ball. Oh, man, they are quick. The Hand of Foz. Yeah, of course, we're looking for that one. Jones, Kara. Can she find Rosie? No, but Lightfoot there. Oh, directly right into her breadbasket, like right at her. And Hayden Jones able to knock that one down. A little bit better skill and control and consistent play. Another nice little ball that comes back into Lily. Lily in the box, just not able to turn her ankle enough to get that around. I'm going to be heartbroken when the Welcome to Wrexham series the season's done. What am I going to do with my Tuesday nights? Make more content? I don't know. Track team during the week. Can't be because they're all working full time. That'll change. That'll change. That was more of a shot at the owner than not the players of the club. Yeah, I can't say I haven't. I think timing the Colliery disaster one before the women's match was criminal because they already kicked me in the guts, and so then you start to see the uprise, like the challenges of the disaster, the strength of the community, the loss, and then they connect you to like the connection that Lily and her dad and nice header there from that corner, and Roberts with her dad, and the pride and all that comes out in the second episode. It was a criminal emotional combination. I was like, John, don't ruin my Sunday. I was having such a good day. Nice little play by Lightfoot. Back heel over to Hughes. Oh, that's got to be a card. That's got to be a yellow. Reaching in as she goes. Yep, Lockley's going to get that one. In hockey, we call that a hip check. This is the best hip check I've seen in football in a long time. If in hockey, that would have been entirely legal. Just danced around her, and here comes the hip check. Boom. Oh, no, not quite a hip check. Maybe still more of a trip. Dickens up to take it. She's left-footed, I believe. No. What? Clearly not. Or maybe she's ambidextrous. Got to be 8 minutes of extra time because of the stuff. Yeah. Do we do a live stream of watching the Emmys? so like a match. Nice. Lily pushing forward. Lightfoot back to Lily. Lots of shape, lots of girls back here, but Lily and Lightfoot looking to crack her down. Oh, I think she's off. Is she off? Yeah, I thought she was off. Just got a little bit ahead. Yes, John says. Okay. I don't know if I was joking or not. I mean, I'm happy to sit down and watch the Emmys. Lots of getting to know everybody as we talk and banter about the other games that are out there. But it'll be interesting. Aberystwyth. They're playing Swansea today, and that's the other game. I want to go and see if I can get the score for it, because that's number 3 and number 4 in the standings. The New Saints probably looking to try and at least get a point, maybe 3, so that they can push forward, depending on the outcome, and get into the top 5. And then you've got Cardiff Met here. They've probably got a guaranteed win today. I'd hate to say that, but you'd expect 3 points. Yeah, it could be 7 o'clock. Yeah, that's 8 hours. That's like right in the bad wheelhouse. That's 3 o'clock. Anything between 2 and 4 is the witching hour because you don't know whether to stay up late or wake up early. It's just a mess of a time. So 43 and a half minutes. Can't miss the play in the back line. You got to run all over the place. I hate both teams. But I'd rather see Man U win. Got caught in the face with a boot. Oh, my word. That's, if I get an opportunity, that's, Mark is sitting talking about Jody Jones diving all over the place, and that's the video I want to put together. Yeah, I don't like either, but I'd rather just have a shake it up. Long ball forward. New Saints get it. Allen given the charge. I don't know if it's going to be putts of the match. If there is a putts, I don't want to force it. It's like, to me, if somebody's clearly being a putts, we'll give them putts of the match. We'll have man of the match every time, but I think putts of the match, if it's deserved, it's deserved. You know, and I have no problem giving it to a referee or to a coach or to, you know, the guy from who was it that, I mean, there's criminal charges because of that game in League Two. Is it in Gillingham? Where I never actually looked that up, who it was, and I probably should have done that before commenting, but there was an unfortunate incident involving racism against, I think it was Newport County yesterday, in the Newport County 2-0 win. And I'd like to see the actual video incident of it because it's clearly a screen grab, but somebody ended up getting banned for life immediately from Priestfield. Being Gillingham Stadium, because after a goal by a Newport jumped out and started doing the monkey as an inference, not an inference, a declaration of something wrong with the skin color of the goal scorer. It's uncalled for and absolutely inappropriate, and appropriately he's been banned. So, no, John, you're not talking to yourself. There's people on the channel. I didn't check the full numbers. But yeah, that was, I believe there's criminal charges to be anticipated is what I'm hearing from that one as well. Long ball and the extra time. That was a header. It's there. Ooh. Jones there. Morgan spun around. Somebody cleared to the far corner. Hi. All good, Rod. I got your back until you're able to get it. The stream is on, if you can get it, through iFollow. It is there, but man, that was sloppy defending. An interesting move by Doran there because she was getting the arm out like she was actually going to knock it down. So Dell looking to clear. Long wait for the kick from Dell. Bullet return back, and here come the New Saints again. Cleared away by the back four. And there goes Pritchard. John is chatty Cathy, but I'm not going to criticize it. There's only 17 of us today, but so just 3 minutes. Whistle blows. So yeah, about the Gillingham incident, the video clips are getting taken down immediately for copyright violation, and so I haven't seen the video of it. But the problem that I have is not just the individual who did it, who's gotten punished at least criminally. I'd like his employers to know that they're dealing with a jerk, because that's just how I deal with things when people snap off and do completely inappropriate stuff. But it's everybody in the crowd who was laughing and thinking it was entertaining. So I don't quite know what that means. Take a trip to Quincy, unless that's an inside joke. I should stop my... And we're ready for the second one. You guys are chatting in code. Okay. I was like... That goal by Lightfoot, man, or not Lightfoot, but Kara, that, like, she got it inside the box. She beats the captain, Ms. Lewis, and goes all the way around. Lewis tries to get it, stumbles, tries to get it, slides it through two defenders right to Kara. Man, beautiful. So I'm... No food this time from Mark. Usually what they've been doing during the men's matches is they've got snacks from all over the place that they're diving into. I'm going to have to bring them a bowl of poutine when I come over. I don't want to go downstairs. I don't want to go for a walk. I just want to sit here and fall asleep. I got to stop burning the midnight oil. Because I think it was, what, Andrew, 2 o'clock in the morning that we stopped bantering about. Really good chat. I'm sure he's got food. Fair enough. Just not sharing and telling us exactly what he's eating. Like, I think the first time I noticed that they were doing it was when they were doing the Eccles cake. That's what I heard. There's Eccles cake in the canteen. So that's why the sound's gone, is he's run to the canteen to go and score some Eccles cake. But they had a US viewer on, like, I don't know, probably 2 months ago, and they were eating jerky. Just ordered DoorDash. And still no word. I don't know if you guys are following the Academy grounds situation. Still nothing identified, because it'd be nice to get that. Yeah, Mullen and McLean are out for the next game. Not the next league game. Because we got Mansfield obviously up on Saturday. Well, that one will be interesting because Mansfield plays on Tuesday, Halloween. We've got that one off. Also interesting that, you know, and Morecambe, who's, maybe I didn't notice him because I didn't know that they had 2 games to play. But if they win on Tuesday, they take over 3rd place in the standings and take it from us. And then still have a game in hand. So they've been running exceptionally hot right now. And so we've got them on the 25th. So it's kind of a November, maybe a frustrating, I don't know. We've got the Mansfield game, which I really want to win it. It'll be interesting to have another trip down to London, have another look at the best center back I think I've seen in the league I will say not I think that I have seen in the league with Flint, with Mansfield, and see how we can do that if we've improved since our last one. Then the dead rubber, which send out everyone who we can that the rules allow up against Port Vale. I'm sure they're going to do the same. Hell, have a fan lottery and pick somebody and have them go run out and play goal. It means absolutely nothing, that match on Tuesday, November 7th. And then, yeah, we've got the 3 Gillingham, which is where the suspensions will count. And I don't know how many Barnett has left on his... Was it Barnett that got the red? It was, wasn't it? And I'm going to try and see if I can get the score around the league here for the women, because I'm really curious, primarily what's happening with the Swansea match. Let's see if Swansea City officials covering it there. And to be fair, poutine is a Quebec Canadian thing, a French Canadian thing. You can get good poutine around Canada, obviously, but when you go into Montreal and you get like Montreal smoked meat sprinkled on top of the gravy and the cheese, it's next level. All right, he was back out and got hurt 8 weeks ago, and that's him, and it's O'Connell that are out the 8 weeks. Tunnicliffe, I haven't heard on the report, and Hayden, we don't know either. So maybe we're going to go with a midfield back line for a while. Nothing on the Swansea official channel to update the scores, huh? Is there a Swansea official women? I can tell you the Stadium 2-0 for Swansea. And at the half. Yeah, the stadium music needs a little bit of an upgrade. I won't say happy. I don't like injuries. But I really don't get the love. And I know I said there's like 2 videos I want to take up. Is the Bradford game. I want to pull Ewan's passing. It's the same as Cannon. Parkinson and Rob Ryan Red and a bunch of other individuals were talking about how impressive Cannon was. Craig Jones, who does a lot of tweeting, sometimes I wonder whether I'm watching the same game, because Cannon was beautiful and amazing and impressive at his tackles, at his positional play, at pushing the ball up. His speed, he was hungry, he was into it. But the passing let him down. O'Connell, same thing, passing them. Now, I'm not expecting 100%, but when you start to get to significant turnovers in bad spaces or consistently having to pull up, because what Cannon was then doing once he realized, I think, that he'd missed like 3 or 4 passes in a row, is he was laying up and not trying to push it through and stalling counterattacks. So... Pagan connections. So if that happens with a Swansea win, and again, they've got Aberystwyth, then that's going to leave the top 3, Cardiff City, Wrexham, and Swansea, being 5 points clear and 6 points of falling out into the plate. So then that leaves a 3 teams secure in a real fight for the last 5, well, excluding Barrytown and Pontypridd. To make it. Cardiff Met ladies. Let's see how they're doing today. We need W and G to start. What is Eccles cake? Yeah, I mean, I can Google as good as anybody. I've probably eaten it and haven't even known. Oh, it's those little filled cookies filled with currant. And currant, I can't tell you where it comes from. I only noticed the black stuff that is in all those cookies. I guess I could also look that one up. Managerless Pontypridd. So somebody quit? They got a red card? No, it looks like they're without a manager in Pontypridd. October 20th, and that's the only update that I've got from Cardiff Met is just from 4 hours ago. Trail at the break. So the Cardiff Met up 1-0 in that one. And so it looks like it's probably going to be a sort of a 3-horse race between Aberystwyth, Cardiff Met, and New Saints to try and take that last spot. But yes, I know, don't count your chickens. But the women's match, the women's competition goes so fast because it's only 14 games, and then they get into the next phase, right? So we're 1 game away. This is game 6. Yeah, 1 game away from the halfway point to determining whether you're up or you're down for the purposes of going for the championship or just avoiding relegation. So yeah, Mendy's gonna. I think Mendy has to go to the left. Is Ford healthy? Last Tuesday, Ford was not listed as one of the injured players, and so do you end up having to go with Ford down the right side? Which I'm okay with. Talking about a win today. I didn't. Knock on wood. I was talking in hypotheticals. If all 3 of those things occur, it turns into a 3-team race. If. I get it. It's like the shutout or the clean sheet jinx, right? Do you guys have that jinx? In North America, the broadcasters will not say words like the perfect game, or a shutout, and they'll avoid saying it because there's a belief that if you say it, you jinx it. So is there the same thing with talk of a clean sheet with fans? Nobody's allowed to say it? Well, I mean, I guess technically you could take any midfielder who's got pace and put them over on the right side if you wanted to. It wouldn't be optimal. And I will say, I've got to get my kids to football practice here as soon as this one's over, so probably won't be able to stay. I've had current and stuff before. I'm sure I have. Black currant, maybe it's just because we've got artificial sources. So the ladies are back onto the pitch if you're not watching. And the details are there if you wanted to look up how to do it. But we're going right to left, or we're going left to right from the camera. Right to left for the New Saints. Keepy uppy. Is that the formal term, Mr. Griffiths? The most fantastic game of keepy uppy. Is that going to be the goal for the second half, is to make everybody hungry who hasn't had their breakfast or their lunch yet? A little bit behind. Oh, I forgot to hit the start button. How many seconds am I behind? And we're on target. They are free. Oh, I guess I could change the message. Free for the women's match. Where are my iFollow? I'm lazy and don't want to have to change this every time because I don't want to lose that. What I need to do is do this. iFollow ticker. Good call on that one. It should be updated there. Oh, that's a thumper, but Dell's there. And that's the other thing. Replay countdown. What did I hit? Are you guys getting that replay countdown? Because I hit something on my keyboard, and I don't know if I did it by accident, hitting into something. I've got now... if I did that intentionally, I want to know what I did. Because I ended up bringing an inbox picture-in-picture where they gave me a replay. I want to know how I did that. That couldn't have been me. Nothing changed on your end? I'm going to have to... I hit the wrong keyboard because I have one for my desktop that I broadcast off of and one where I watch the game, and I ended up typing something on the wrong scoreboard, and what I got was an automatic replay from 30 seconds ago, and it ran the whole 30-second replay. Oh, we are doing those. Cheese toasty. But their cheese toasties, John, are wrong. They don't butter the outside and grill it with the cheese slices, like, well, at least we do in Canada. It's actual cheese. And often it's toasted and then the cheese is just added, which doesn't melt it enough. Maybe it's just my wife's cooking too. I don't want to admonish her. Just me. Because if iManage does that, or iFollow does that, picture in picture, is that what I did? No. Not by itself anyway. Replay mode, bottom right. If you hit R down on the bottom, this is fascinating. If you have this for the men's match, this is everything. You can bring back 30 seconds to see everything that you missed. As soon as you hit the little wind the clock back, it gives you 30 seconds back and then a bottom right-hand corner so that you can see things. Feel free to try it. That's amazing. Accidental new find. Looks like you just have to hit the R button too. Cheese on toast. Like beans on toast, which I never understand. Yes, John. That's a grilled cheese sandwich. Cheese toasty is toast it like you would in a toaster and then add cheese. At least in my household anyway, with my English wife. Davis down, stepped on the toes. No card. I was going to say, I've had currants. I just don't know if they're artificial or not. The only food that's banned in the U.S. that makes me chuckle all the time is Kinder Surprises. My son, every time he eats a Kinder Surprise, I buy more Kinder Surprise than I probably should just because I think it's fascinating that he could eat them and there's tons of kids in the U.S. that can't. Isn't that a nice little find, Brendan? That replay button, I'm going to be hitting that thing the whole time. Just punch the R button. It's handy when you miss something right away and you're waiting for the replay. Just being able to pull that up. And the audio still is the same. So, ooh, 3-on-2. Oh, holy cow. The captain there with the double block kind of on an island by herself. Allen. Long ball out to the left. Lightfoot. Big cross in. Oh, that's the second time that she's misplayed it, but she was able to fortunately get behind it there. Hayden Jones. She had the one in the first half where she knocked it down. And then that one there off of her feet and came out awkwardly. Headed down. We're taking control here. The possession needle maybe starting to move a little bit in our favor. And maybe that's the other thing is maybe they're not fit. They're just as fast. And so they're starting to get tired. Hughes around. Oh, just pushed the ball a little bit too far. But Lightfoot's there. Thumps it in. If they're... Oh! Saved, but offside anyway. Hayden Jones able to get there. And she's... Give her the criticism for the knock her inability to collect the ball, but Hayden Jones, one thing is she looks really tall in there. And she's got a leg on her. Thrown back. Jones and Rosie up there. Jones gets it to... That's a good one. Holy... That was gorgeous. Rosie Hughes from, what was that, 25 yards out? Looped over brilliantly. Hayden not really out of position, just so well placed. Out of nothing. Jones just says, I'm going to take control of this. I'm going to put it over to Rosie, and she's going to do her magic. And there's that Rosie smile. Holy. Just one, out of nowhere, one miss first touch. Loop over top. Stunning. That is finish. And I can't even say it was a bad first touch there. That was Williams that was there. Just kind of put it down right at her feet, and Jones just said, oh, I'm here. I'll get it over to Rosie, and the rest is history. Nice. Allen looking for Kara. A little bit too far, but first touch a little bit tough. And there's Kara Jones. Have a crack. Good save. Really good save. No replay. Somebody hit the R button a little too soon. Who's in control. As national dishes go, what is the American national dish? Because in Canada we got the Welsh rarebit, we've got poutine from Canada, or Hawaiian pizza. That one might be more popular. Might be the most popular Canadian dish that we've got is Hawaiian pizza. What's the U.S. national dish? Rosie Hughes Flair. Exactly right, Woody. Still getting called by the crowd to keep going. I'll say this about... I'm curious how old Hayden Jones is because she looks young. But with her height and that a couple of the saves she's made, she's had some really bad mistakes and she's had some glorious looking saves. She may be with some improvement, somebody to watch as far as like her skill and talent goes. So she's new to the club, came over the summer. How come nobody just gives the age? Oh, Pritchard there. Heard footsteps. The girl got a little nervous. All the way forward. Pressure on. Able to deal with it nicely. It's got to be tough when you're semi-pro and you're a transfer. No fruit on pizza. Hey, I'm not a pineapple guy. on pizza, but it's certainly a thing. Okay, right there, too far. Pritchard not able to get up there. Yeah, I don't have the age, but it's got to be hard for the not being semi-pro, even for the women to get a chance, having to relocate or transfer in order to chase their dreams. It's really then dependent and incumbent on local clubs to end up finding places. But yeah, cheeseburger might be it. Apple pie. Yeah, John's, I think, got that one. Intercepted. And we got numbers that are there if they want to go on the run. Rosie, Lightfoot laying up to giving her an option. There it is. Right push through. Well done. Rosie's all the way through. Crossed in. And Hayden misplaced again. See, positionally she's fine, but that's like 3 in a row where just her control not there. Oh, Doran didn't get enough on it. Dell running out there and punts it away. Good on Dell, because she read that one from a long ways out and was almost anticipating that she was going to have to go and chase that down. Oh, I can hear my little one wailing, wanting to get into the bedroom door. We're off to football, he and I, after this. It's always fun watching a bunch of little 2-year-olds run around with a ball at their feet. They're into it for about 10 minutes, and then it's just mass chaos. I'm middle of the crowd, so here we go. We got the debate going. I can moderate on pineapple on pizza. Right footer all the way down. Lightfoot with some pace to go. Can she get there? She does. Well done, Lightfoot. Jones with the entry. Give it back to her. Oh, a little bit too far right. I'll tell you where the magic is with pizza. And Korea does this. Potato on their pizza. And it's phenomenal. Oh no, that's. I hope everything is all right, Andrew, with the woman that was involved. Good on you for dealing with things. You've missed a gorgeous. It is 2-0. You missed a gorgeous goal from Rosie. It was not much in the play, to be fair. It was a long ball in to the New Saints defender who knocked it down. And I wouldn't say it was a bad first touch, just knocked it down. But Kara Jones was right there, saw it, flicked it from about 25, 30 yards out. Wow. Kara Jones having herself a game. Kara Jones just flicked it to Rosie, who was next to her. And Rosie thumped it from 25, 30 yards out, and it went over top of the goalie. It was beautifully struck, beautifully placed. It was certainly a circumstance of beating the goalie from that distance, not the goalie being out of position. So, Allen just went down out of nowhere. Oh, there was a late challenge on her from earlier. Allen there. Oh, turf monster. Turf monster. Reached out and grabbed her. I don't think that was the challenge, though. I think that was like the first game against Swansea where the girl got flipped over and it was, yeah, that didn't look good. When the girl from Swansea ended up landing awkward and hurting herself. It's my wife's favorite pizza is barbecue chicken. So I gotta give it that. Yeah, that one didn't look good. Shoot. Yeah, that's for everybody who's played on these pitches, you know, as soon as you see it, you're like, that's not good. Diagonal. It's just easier to eat. Start with the bullet. You got the pointy end. I'm hoping she's okay. Leaning back and writhing in pain after some time. All right, so in comes... Oh, Sharp. I thought Sharp was number 7. I'll have to check my... Sharp 15. Okay, I got it wrong. That's... Ignore the graphic. Something to fix. The fact that she's walking off is maybe a good sign, but that was definitely the turf monster. Well, this is one of those things that I'm one of the reasons why I'm hoping they find their ground for the academy is they've got to have it to be grass until UEFA standard. Oh no, they don't. They don't. Sorry, it just has to be to a certain standard. I want to see the women competing on grass. Just in the age of knee injuries from turf at these higher competitive levels, it's almost inevitable. Oh, that's unfortunate. Jesus. How's that for a Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon surprise? Just sitting watching a game and all of a sudden a body gets bounced off your wall. So going to be a corner from the New Saints left side, away from the quarry. Punched out. I expected more people for this one, being only 17 minutes down the road to Oswestry, if I'm pronouncing that right. Corner again. That one's a better ball, but Davis was there, but it's out. The break on the run. Jones looking up, finds Hughes, waiting. Lots of bodies back now. Good little dance. Well done, Rosie. Punches it forward. Lily Jones, can she get around and get a cross in? Beat her. Oh, she played for the corner. Double ricochet. Can she get there? Punched out. Kicked out. Well done. Give everybody, all the girls, a chance to get back. Test it again. Sharp, playing sharp. Why is it that New York is so bad with pizza and Chicago's like the Mecca? Oh, handball. I I will say a young-looking squad. Maybe that's why they're so fit for the New Saints. Just kind of looking at their roster here as I was chatting. Abomination unto God. Somebody hates Toronto pizza makers then who came up with the idea of pineapple on pizza. I do it. I don't do it. If I have just a plain pepperoni next to it, I will choose the pepperoni, but I'm not somebody who's going to be adverse to the pineapple. Give me potato on pizza, though, and I'm all over it. The big, thick wedges. New Saints with some control starting to push towards our third. Not quite parking the bus, but what happened there? Turnover. Into the box. Pritchard is there. Pritchard and Davis on the outside have been doing well. A little bit too far right. Yeah, not had to pull up on the run. Pritchard, who I remember Pritchard through the middle being as solid as she's been. It's been nice to see her also show that she can do it over on the right side. Oh, now I got to scroll down because I missed the pronunciation of Awestry. Are they giving it a rethrow? Plastic pitches, plastic fans. Fair enough, Andrew. I just thought 17 minutes down the road, we're normally get, 500 to 700, I think is what we've been getting. Here's on the run. Jones, Not put forward. Puritan. I like it. Settling it down. Long ball over top. Kara. Well done, the battle of the 12s there. Oh, the cheeky little poke through her legs. Oh, but still there. Good save. See, that's... Hayden Jones looks good in those, the saves to the left and the right where she's got to go on a dive, but where she struggles is those easy ones that come right into her breadbasket and being able to put it into her hands. Whoa. Tough tackle. And Dickens took the shot. But Kara Jones, lots of space. Just take it, Kara. You bet. You bet. Well done, girls. Awesome. She's spry. She's quick. She's got some issues with her hands, but that's somebody that looks to have natural ability that just needs to be coached up a bit. I mean, nothing you can do on this one. Oh, I hit this. I did hit the button. It is 3-0. Maybe lost it going a little bit to the one side. She set herself maybe a little bit too left on that one, but even in a 3-0 game, I've been impressed with her ability, if not her performance. Effort's still there from New Saints trying with the interception there and turning it over. Good on them for not relaxing. They are a lot of fun to watch. I enjoy doing these. The problem is doing them every Sunday. I don't have the time. I will say it, if somebody wanted to look to pick up some women's matches, I'm all for it. Only because I got to hang out with the kids and the munchkins and the wife a little bit more, and doing two Wrexham games every weekend is asking a little much. It's easier when the games were starting at 5 o'clock in the morning because nobody cared because they were all in bed. But a 7 o'clock start, I'm hearing knocks on the door as the Munchkins are trying to get Dada's attention. And how's this? Nobody's talked about oven fire pizza over the pizza oven. I'll take the old natural gas or wood stove burnt. That's the good stuff there. Lily looking. Kara missed it. Kara looked over her shoulder. Lily thought she was going, went that way, caught her, and that's a New Saints player down. Playing advantage. Come back and give a card, maybe. Well, I use OBS right now, but I have this setup is with a separate software program, which would probably have to be downloaded and set up. But it's easy enough to do now that it's been built. Or what Brendan and I use when we're away, or Brendan's doing it's Restream, which is just it's a website you go to and you just load up and you chat away. So it's not overly difficult with Restream. In fact, it's pretty plug and play ready. It just doesn't have all of the nice little design components, right? The subscriber button down below, the scoreboard's not there. But it'd be nice to have setups with a couple of people. Another thing, like in April, fingers crossed, I'm in England and Wales for hopefully a couple of, at least 2, maybe 3 Wrexham matches. It'd be nice to have somebody jump on board for those. Maybe I can send videos out and vlog during the show and see what Wrexham thinks. Wood-fired brick stove is great. Absolutely. Oh, that's a good ball over. Oh, just missed it for New Saints. Dangerous. Dell's letting her know. I like being able to hear them talking to each other. It is, John, but I broke it, and I have to go get it fixed, and I just haven't for about 2 weeks. And I got to fix the ads up on it. It's something that I've been wanting to do, but just too much time, and that's not the focus right now. So it's got my videos on it. It's got some other stuff. I bought API thinking it was going to be a thing, and I'm sort of disappointed with the API. So that might be another off-season project where I improve on it, but the focus right now is on the YouTube, and it's one of those things if anybody knows website stuff and wants to get on it and help me improve it, I'm down for that too, trying to build the whole Red Horde, right? Collection of fans all blurbing, kind of like the United Stand. Okay, Brendan. Rosie, down the left. We'll chat offline, Brendan, because, tripped her over, but got the corner. John, absolutely. Easiest way, Facebook Messenger, which you can either do through the Red Horde or add me, Sean Driver, on Facebook. You'll see a picture of 2 little munchkins. Or you can follow me on Twitter, and if I see it and I'll follow back, we can DM there. Or alternatively, the old email. But absolutely down for... Ooh, that was a flat ball, but it didn't swing or looked like it almost went in. And I'm going to message while we're here. Just message Carl and be like... See if I can get an update if we're... And I just got to see 1 p.m. right now is 8 p.m. your time. I think 7 hours. And so Yeah, I'll have to find out how to do the production side of things. Yeah, figure that out. So as a reminder, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. I believe with the time change in Britain. We're doing Carl Roberts of the Welsh Beast and I have planned, but I haven't heard from him since yesterday afternoon. Scheduled a 1-hour chat where we're just going to talk Notts County. We're going to talk the season in general. You guys will have the chat open so you can throw out things. It'll be on Restream. So we'll bring in the actual questions and banter about, and just maybe once or twice a month. Matilda Edge, I don't think I've seen. Well, that's their substitution. Oh, Mackenzie. I'm admittedly on social media. I got the website out, but I'm trying to find more time to do. Like, I have ideas for TikTok videos. One of the things, like, if this goes monetized, one of the things I'd like to do is actually pay for some AI that clips all of the highlights. So where I end up screaming and it gets excited or something happens in the chat, it'll make you like clips of those that you can then end up putting it out into social media as a way to try to get more people. But I'm probably going to start a poll as to what do we do? Do we do improve the product? Do we just donate it to the club? Do we find a Wrexham charity? Do we put it in the kitty for giveaways to fans? But, I'd like to just use those funds to improve things and grow it even more. Have to start a poll. Driver at theredhorde.com. And if that doesn't work, I guess Sean Driver at Gmail. SHAUN. I don't check that email often enough. I checked it last night because with the Wrexham crackdown on everybody, I went, and Andrew, you referenced this. The only issue with the copyright law, I always wonder about the use of the logos. And I know that there are some that do and some that don't. And also, I take pictures from clubs and give acknowledgements. I believe that is fair use or fair dealing. But there may be some who disagree with that. And so one of the obligations is you have to give acknowledgements as to the source material. And I put the club, but to identify exactly where I found it, no, I don't particularize it. So yeah, I can. Why don't I'm going to log on here and type it into the chat. Now I'm going to get spammed. No, I won't get spammed. Yeah, I can. Why don't I'm going to log on here and type it into the chat. So that should work. I got to talk to my guy because I was trying to do some stuff on the website and I deleted some things by mistake and it got really ugly. So I've got to go back and I'm probably just going to pay somebody to clean it up for me and update it, and then maybe we can get it up. Might be a Christmas break fix. Yeah, I actually found a company that has a warehouse in England and a warehouse in the United States that does custom clothing, towels, items, and all that sort of stuff. I actually thought, is there enough interest in that? I mean, it's maybe get bigger before we do that. Poutine flags. But give people the opportunity to buy a coffee mug or a sticker. It's as cheap as that, to as much as if you wanted to put that Red Horde logo onto some clothing. Wouldn't be using the Wrexham logo at all, though. This would all just be the dragon down on the bottom. because that's making profit off of a copyright without permission. So that's a clear no-go. But if there's even a couple people, I'd be happy to take the time necessary to start that up and put it out there. I even thought that was a nice attempt there by Kara to get it to Rosie, but well defended by New Saints. I actually was looking at, there's a company called Jersey Bird that make custom jerseys, and I thought make a Red Horde jersey. And I thought those would look pretty sick, or even a hockey jersey, a Wrexham hockey jersey. And I'd maybe quietly use the Wrexham logo for that. Not for a profit, but just because I think they'd look cool. I know that there was a player from, now he's been traded. There are no Great Britain players in the NHL this year. There was last year. But my team, the Vancouver Canucks, just made a trade. And the guy that they got is a young player who was born in the UK. Because I was talking to Sandy about that one. Poutine on the sleeve. All the way down to Kara Jones on the right side here. Oh, wow. Did she get it back? Oh, that would have been amazing if she would have got that one back. But that was a trade with the Penguins, which is why I'm wondering if it's the same guy that you were talking about. Ty Glover. Ty Glover is a young kid, 23. Massive kid. And we'll see if he gets his chance. Oh, I missed that. I thought you were talking about Nottingham Ice players, UK players, not actually somebody from the Panthers who ended up passing away. Yikes. Oh, Adam Johnson. Why do I recognize that name? I brought up his DB, but his database. Played a little bit with Pittsburgh, but I don't remember him from there. But I'm looking at his other teams. Malmo, Ontario. It might have been during the Ontario Reign, because that would have been up against our farm club. Yikes. The Clint Malarchuk. That's nightmarish. Yeah, Owen Nolan for sure. The girls are singing Super Rosie Hughes. Hey, I picked up a subscriber today. That's awesome. Thank you very much. If you're in the live stream, could be just somebody clicking on the videos in the background. 212 to go. Hey, Alex, good morning. Everything's good. We're 5 minutes away, and I'm going to have to leave quickly. We'll chat with Brennan about producing things and all that sort of stuff. We got this one up to 19, which is always fun. Got to give credit to the back line, even with Sharp that came in. Is they've been strong defensively against a quick New Saints squad. Is she wearing glasses? Free kick, potentially within range. I missed the attendance announcement. Did anybody catch that one? Yeah, 29. I made the mistake of actually watching what happened. Not pretty. I remember the Clint Malarchuk incident, which was the famous one involving the goaltender. Oh, it's in. Beauty. That was a well-struck goal, and they're into it. Grab the ball and running. Got to give it to Evans with over to the right corner. Nothing Dell could do on that one, so 3-1. I didn't think that she was actually going to take a shot from that far out, but she placed that. She couldn't have stood 3 feet out and threw it into a better place. Yeah, I don't think Nathan Walker's actually playing, though. He's listed, but I didn't think he's had a game yet, unless he got called up or was back from an injury that I missed. Yeah, he's been playing in the farm team, the B team, out in Springfield this season. So there's no UK players for the first time in a long time, actually, in the NHL. But my team has one sniffing at the door, a young guy. I love the young girls screaming in the crowd and getting into the song, leading it all the way. It happens. Every once in a while, something pops out. The worst part is my use of the words of oat and note, which is definitely Yorkshire and throws everybody off. And it threw me off. I didn't know what it was for the longest time. And then now I've started to adopt it like everybody's supposed to know what I'm talking about. But what usually happens is I end up using words accidentally that we don't use in Canada. And it doesn't look like the kid that they traded for is actually signed up and joined with the Canucks. Salford is where he was from. That's right, because it was right after the Salford game that he got traded. But yeah, he hasn't joined the squad yet. 23 years of age, big mutt, 6'3", and I guess not that big. 200 pounds isn't massive, but they say he's a big lad. Into the extra time, I missed the announcement of how much time. Yeah, it was a beauty strike. If you didn't see it or hear about it, Andrew, is Evans, I think it was the name of the girl for the New Saints, who hit that from probably 25, 30 feet out and picked the top right corner. Nothing Dell could do from a free kick. Well done for Whitefoot up to Littlefoot. And so stay tuned for if we're on for 1 o'clock. If not, I'm hoping it's something that I've created everything and it's all set up. Just hoping that we can do it. Just would like to get a couple of people and maybe every couple of weeks, 1 o'clock, do a quick little one. Oh, trouble all the way through the front of goal. Nobody gets a touch. Dell doesn't go out and get it. Yeah, it happens. New Saints putting on the pressure from the right. Long cross. That's way too far. And I guess that was a shot attempt that looped up over top. No time wasting in the women's game, which I appreciate. 1 p.m. my time. If it may back up to 2 because the time change and all that sort of stuff. If Carl's not able to do it, but the whole idea is 1 p.m. my time, 4 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. That will be because of the time change as I have it in England. It is up on the YouTube channel as under live if you go there. So whatever the time says there, probably go with that one as the best bet. And hoping we can make it work. If not, I'll see if we can restructure and set it up. But it's just that windows. We're looking for probably a Sunday afternoon, maybe twice a month. Just to have a chat of all things Wrexham. All things Wrexham. See if we can get an update on the Swansea women game. (4-0) over there, so they're comfortably away. Anything from Cardiff Met? Got to go to the old-fashioned Twitter to get the updates. Back underway, but no reports of a goal, so it looks like it's still 1-0. So a nail biter for Pontypridd and Cardiff Met. Hughes, good push over to the right. Hughes jumps in the air. That was interesting. Going to go for a corner. Like she knew that was going to end up coming. I think he will be there. And I've also fed him with the system that we've got. Restream, you're able to put it. So I think it's supposed to be simultaneously casted to both of our channels. So have a good one, Brendan. We'll see you next weekend if we don't see you before. Do we have a player of the match? Woman of the match? Oh, it's right there. Hughes. Oh, she got the header, but it ended up hitting, and she's asking for a handball, but doesn't get it. Yeah, we've been talking about Adam Johnson and Nottingham. Freak incident, nightmarish. I can't even imagine being in the stadium. Skate blade to the neck. Like I don't even think in hockey. I think I've maybe heard of that once in the professional ranks and twice otherwise. Like it's 4 times in my 45 years, once a decade. I've never heard of anybody passing away. Malarchuk being the closest that it got, but yeah, I think you had to. I mean, and I can't even imagine kids and everybody in the crowd. It happened so fast. I went and to see if it was out on social media, and it is. It's not a pretty situation at all. Well done with the right foot. But they were immediately on it. Like it was clear that what had happened right from outset. And very much like the Malarchuk thing, everybody immediately reacting. And just all players started wearing neck guards after. So there's the whistle. An important win. They dominated. I don't know if we have a player of the match. I might go with Kara Jones. Maybe Lightfoot for the first goal. No, I think Kara had more. Would be my vote. But an important win for the ladies. I will potentially, and more likely than not, see everybody 10, 11, 12 in 4 hours to sit and chat with Carl just about the Knots game, about all things in general. Feel free to come up with some questions if you're going to join us. It'd be awesome to have some input and the ability to draw in some of your wisdom, some of your questions, some of your thoughts. We're just going to chat Wrexham, all things Wrexham, for about an hour, and see how it goes. Just roll with it. And if it turns out to be a thing and it's enjoyed, then maybe I reach out to other creators, Carl for a couple, who knows, and some fans. If you guys want to get involved, by all means, might run it like a late night talk show. So calling it the Hot Stove, and we'll be there at 1. Thanks for joining me, and thanks to whoever was the new person today to add the subscriber. That's always awesome. If you are new here and you've never done it, hit that subscribe button. Would be certain to help out, but I think most of us are the regulars, having an enjoyable Sunday morning, afternoon, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.